So thanks everyone for coming. Today we are going to talk about Venus in Gemini and also the Venus retrograde that's coming up. So if you have any questions about that, let us know as well. I think Kevin, is this the first time you're doing a two-person live stream? Did you do
Of
this?
course, the first time.
So basically, we're going to talk about Venus in Gemini and also like a general introduction. But before we start, we'd like to introduce ourselves. You guys should know me, I guess, because if you're on Terra Singapore Online, I'm YQ. This is Kevin. Kevin, would
Hi,
like
my
to
name is Kevin.
introduce
I'm a math tutor and also astrologer.
astrologer. Yes, of course.
Yes.
Okay. So first of all, I guess we want to talk about what does Venus represent in astrology?
We associate things about like enjoyment, value, romance. So value can also be things like resources and money lah. Like what do you value as well as how are you being valued? Venus just entered Gemini like recently, 4th April. I would feel that it kind of like brings out the value in the Gemini stuff lah, such as information, communication, the need to connect with people.
And I think Kevin is the expert on Gemini because he's a Gemini. You know Gemini well, because before we started, we were discussing. I said Gemini for me is a kind of hard to describe kind of sign because my only air planet is in Gemini. I have Venus in Gemini. I keep telling everyone on my Instagram stories, I have Venus in Gemini. Generally speaking, when Venus is in Gemini, Kevin mentioned that we might like things related more to communication. And the funny thing is, before we started, we were talking about how the circuit breaker is like forcing us to stay at home. Even if we want to Venus, even if we want to show love, even if we want to care and then also connect with people, we can't really do that, but we can do that in a Gemini way, which is true. Maybe the internet.
If not for circuit breaker, if people are not staying at home or not forced to, usually what I would think about Venus in Gemini is probably like people will probably meet up and then spend time with each other and gossips and chit chats and play lah. Gemini is kind of playful also, and yeah, I mean gossip is also quite fun. Yeah, and one thing about Gemini is it's also usually quite related to because it's learning, right? So it's who you tend to gossip with or play with or meet up with or connect with tend to be also things like classmates, learning buddies, siblings. So maybe that's why we are like meeting each other now, because we are like classmates, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, lor. Except that right now, since we are not able to meet up, like most people are not able to, right? So perhaps then the rise of all these technological communication become like more prominent than before, lah. Using technology to work.
It's like showing your value through technology, yeah. Because Venus is also like showing your value, what people would value you for, like pay you money for. I guess it's one of the things you can.
Yeah, you get valued. That's why you got paid, ma.
Yes. So that is Venus in Gemini. But the problem with this Venus in Gemini period is very, very long, isn't it?
This time around, right, Venus started to enter Gemini in 4th April, like recently, and it will stay there all the way until 7 August.
Wow. That's very long.
4 to 7, you can call it like 4 months, 4 full months.
So a lot of people know about Mercury retrograde because when Mercury retrograde comes, everyone's like, oh my God, so scared, everything will break down. So Venus retrograde is the same concept, but so imagine if Venus, her duty is to show love, her duty is to shine. When she goes retrograde, there is like it's kind of like you put a cap on it. So you kind of like contain Venus' original function. When it comes
limitation to it.
Yeah.
Like slowing it down.
So the thing with Venus in retrograde is that in popular culture, people say, oh, when Venus goes retrograde, your ex will start calling you, you will call your ex, because there's a lot of like, I guess, misconception when it comes to
but the problem is I have no ex.
Because you married your first love.
Yeah, my wife is my first girlfriend.
Oh, totally. Yeah. And I have no exes because I just have no exes.
No, let's just say what is Venus in Gemini? Then we talk about retrograde.
Really said it.
I prepared so much.
Okay, okay, go ahead. I mute myself. Go.
No, wait, you don't mute yourself. You don't make crazy. Okay, first of all, foremost, right? I must disclaimer. All my information are not original. Yeah, I can advertise a bit, right?
Can lah, yeah.
This teacher called
Mercury Jupiter, is it?
Huh?
You have
No, no,
Mercury
no. I
Jupiter.
just want to tell people say where I
Okay,
got
okay.
all these things from. So this
Okay.
this like super pro astrologer, right, from Taiwan. So we've been following her for many years lah. So one of the things, right. So disclaimer first, so in case I'm wrong, then you can blame her, not me. Yeah. So one of the things, right, she said, in like Venus in Gemini is like um because this is a time, right, where we start to enjoy and then start to see a lot of value in information, communication, learning, etc. And also the people involved can be like classmates, friends, so our social relationship, siblings also, right? So one of the suggestion is like, oh, when you meet problems, when you encounter obstacles, and then like you cannot solve, okay, and you're helpless, right? One suggestion is you can turn to your classmates, your friends, right? Look through your contact list and then start to look for people who can help you there. Yeah, because this is a time where all this, yeah,
I'm very antisocial.
then, but you antisocial, then who are all these our friends here?
I don't know.
Yeah, so it's like, yeah, you search through your contact list. Okay, even if you don't have friends, like current friends, because you are antisocial, well, you still have ex-classmates, right? Like me and US
Mm.
Japanese classmates. Yeah. So you can start to search like, where's your friends or where's your classmates or where's information, and all these things, right, are able to help us, like help us solve problems. Because this is a time where they surface as valuable resources. Like maybe some ex-classmates or friends or information like books or ebooks online data. They
Or
could
WhatsApp
have
groups.
been like there for many years. You didn't really touch them, but then this is the time where it starts to surface as something useful, valuable. Hmm.
Mm.
One thing I'm guessing is that maybe this period, right, people start to stay at home and then like not so busy like before. Maybe this is also a period of time where you can actually find value in reading those books in your sure not books turn a bit.
I
Yeah,
I
reading
also
those
think
books that has been always been in your bookshelf all these years lah. Yeah. So yeah, maybe it's time to make more value out of all your information. Hang Qiang is
and
super good.
that's your wife.
Oh yeah, hey, she's the
He
one
didn't say
who
you.
started
Yeah.
following. Yeah.
I was gonna say something. I guess WhatsApp groups also consider Gemini things, right? Especially nowadays, people like, oh my gosh, all the WhatsApp groups are like blowing up. I want to.
I think
So I have
WhatsApp
to
group.
mute so many people.
Yeah, I think WhatsApp group is definitely a very Gemini thing lah. Because it's like the sole purpose of WhatsApp. I mean, originally lah, not for work. It's just to chit chat and connect with people ma. Of course, over time, it also evolved into like for work purpose lah. Like your boss will WhatsApp you in the middle of the night, ask you, hey, why you do this for me lah, this kind of thing.
没有
Which is not ethical, right? Boss shouldn't call you when the work time is over. Yeah. Yeah, so communication lor. Yeah, so nowadays, nowadays the value of Zoom has gone up so much. The
That's
value
true.
of like video conferencing. In the past, people probably just okay with texting, calling. Like you don't really need video conferencing so much. Wow, nowadays, right? If without video conference, I can't even do my online tuition.
Mm.
Yeah.
And yesterday when StarHub went down, everyone's like, "Oh my god!" Yeah, because the
Ah,
communication channel just
Speaking of
broke.
Starhub, I want to
Yeah.
promote another astrologer now. Just like I promote Wen Qiyang, right? No, really. Okay, I'm here to like promote all the good people that I've
They
learned
should
from.
pay us next time, okay, guys? Sponsor us.
Huh? Why? Okay,
We ask them to
sponsors.
sponsor.
Oh yeah, I should ask him to sponsor. Okay, recently we have this friend, Hawk. Hawk
Wait,
recently, he
the
has
guys in the
started.
channel know or not? Yeah, our audience. I put
Uh,
here, not
Not
sponsored.
sponsored. No. So basically, right, our friend Hawk, he started writing some astrology articles. So
Okay.
initially, he wrote about some other planets lah, like Saturn, Pluto, Jupiter, etc. So last week, I repeat, it's last week, before yesterday, he started writing something about Venus, okay, which is like, oh, coincidentally, it's like what we are saying. And then, right, I was just reading through his article, and then I spotted one other part where he wrote, give me a minute, okay, yes, he wrote this thing, systems may prove unable to sustain supply for the consumption that will only increase. For example, internet systems in many parts of the world may not be able to provide the bandwidth for the level of consumption. Yeah, he wrote this probably like last Thursday or Friday. And then yesterday, StarHub went down. I mean, I'm not celebrating lah, but I'm just trying to say that Hawk wrote this last week and then it came through yesterday. Yes.
Yeah, so guys, Hawk is in the
Yes.
You can contact him.
Yeah. Maybe is there any way I can like put his article website out so at least people can go and read him?
You just send it in the comments. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. So everyone, yeah, guys, you can go here and check it out, or
Yeah,
you
so
can
that's the
go to
one.
yeah. Yes. So we're gonna talk about Venus in retrograde now, since we talked about Venus in Gemini.
So
So
just now was Venus in Gemini, right?
yes.
So all this good content can have more value lah. So what I read once again from Tang Qiang, okay. So what I read about Venus retrograde, right, is like this is the period where people start to reflect upon our quality, like whether it's that any fashion sense or taste or content like information, this kind of thing lah. People start to reflect about it. So when we start to do reflection or we start to do checking, what happened is right, okay, every now and then, right, there'll always be good quality and bad quality around the world, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So during retrograde period, especially, right, it's like when people will start to like revalue information and revalue the quality. And so when you start to revalue, right, maybe there will be some form of filtering. Means those good one, right, they will gonna filter and survive. Okay, and then be recognized as, oh, so that speaker, that author, that host, that teacher, or that reporter, those information people, they are proven to be good. Then people will know lah. And then some people will not survive the filter. And then after the filter, right, they'll be like, oh, so that people, that bunch of people, they have been just poor quality lah, or liars lah, or just not giving enough value, but overcharging, etc. And so this is a time, right, where people start to realize that, oh, maybe we should stop giving them the kind of money or price. Yeah, so when the value get exposed, good value get exposed, that value also get exposed. So that's basically what I read about the Venus retrograde effects, law. Especially in this case is in terms of information wise lah.
So in this Venus retrograde period, you might be re-evaluating your own values, or you might be re-evaluating other people's values as well, which is the possibility. And you might even find yourself like stunted when you try to give value, because of all those re-evaluation things going on in your head, that you might feel there's a slight block when it comes to showing value, giving love, and etc.
And if you are really giving good value, you will get recognized, and then you will get paid lah. I mean, if people really recognize you properly, let's say, oh, a lot of people start reading Hawk's blog and then realize that, wow, it's really precious and valuable, etc., and then start paying a subscription fee, etc. I mean, that's what may happen, right? Or maybe like people start to realize that your books are really of good quality. I mean, that's not the astrology books, right? Anything, yeah. So a teacher can also be a good or bad teacher, which get exposed or recognized widely that is good or bad.
So we have a question from
Ram has a
Ram.
question.
Yeah, so I think it's a good question. So I wouldn't say retrograde is bad. Retrograde is a good time for us to just pause and breathe. Yeah, reflect and breathe. Yeah, because in these nowadays we are just like rushing to do so many things, right? So when the retrograde period is here, it's for us to just take a pause, take a deep breath, look at whatever was in the past, see, if there's anything you want to fix, then you can fix it up. And the thing is also that if during the retrograde period something maybe you find out, oh, the value isn't what you like, and then you drop it, it doesn't mean it's bad. It means that you are actually cleaning up. It's like KonMari, all the bad things that you don't want, anything that doesn't spark joy anymore. Then I think retrograde in that sense is a good thing. Yeah.
Especially since it's in the sign of Gemini, right? Information, it could be things like books. Maybe this period we spend time at home and we start to realize that some books are just there for years and we don't need it anymore. No more value, right? It's also a good time to throw them away or donate lah.
Or clean up your hard drive.
Yeah, a hard drive. I mean, information based, right? Yeah, so it's like it's not bad. It's like a spring cleaning lah. Like you don't do spring cleaning every day. I mean, some families they do it like once a year, Chinese New Year. So this is kind of like you never you never celebrate Chinese New Year.
I never spring clean. So sad.
Yeah, so it's kind of like it's a time to reflect and then think, maybe this thing has no more value. Yeah, throw away. Oh, this thing is so valuable. Come, start to appreciate it, or maybe you can make some money out of it because it's valuable. Yeah, or yeah, no good or bad. Enjoy the circuit breaker. Yeah. Hey, speaking of circuit breaker, I want to tell you something.
Okay.
My Venus retrograde. Okay, Venus Gemini. Right now. Okay, I just looking at my chart. Is happening to me in fourth house, which is a home house lah. Okay, so it's like
which is great because your friend Dave asked about Gemini fourth house. Ta-da!
Yeah, so,
we just link it together. Yeah.
So I'm just wondering. Is he asking about my chart? Yeah. So it's like the Venus period, right? Recently as well as the upcoming, it's going to happen in my fifth house. It's fourth house and then fifth house. It's like crossover. Because just now we mentioned, right? You go over and come back. So it's like going through the fourth and fifth house. So should we just say a bit about what is fourth house?
Sure. Everyone look at my chart.
Whoa.
Well, yeah. Very hard to
see.
so hard to see. But never mind, guys. Yeah. I will figure a way out.
Right. So this is just a house that represent things like your safety lah, your home lah, your comfort zone lah. What else? Your family, your roots. So I mean, this period, of course, I know a lot of people are staying at home lah, but especially like people who are like Dave and me, like this period is especially where we enjoy being at home, like home as in literally like staying in the house lah, like not just the astrology house. Yeah, but I think for me, is especially more not just moving beyond fourth house, right? Because my Venus transit actually fourth and fifth, right? So fifth house, it can also be things like children. So just so happened recently we got a new baby.
Yay! Yeah. Doesn't mean when Venus crosses your fourth house, you will get new baby. It doesn't not buy one free one though.
You think like every year you get one baby?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
when I was reading through my chart, right, I was thinking, maybe this period of time, right, is where I really stay at home and enjoy the family time, enjoy the baby time. Recently, I learned how to carry baby. I learned how to feed baby milk, and then how to like coax baby when he keep crying nonstop. How to change diapers. This is not astrology related, but never mind. Okay.
Yeah, but you are actually, so this is the Venus part showing up. So you are showing value, or if not, then you're not valuable to the baby.
Maybe enjoying. Venus is also enjoying.
Yes.
It's an enjoy planet lah.
So basically, in the birth chart, there are houses. So Kevin was talking about the fourth and fifth, which is the ones at the bottom. Yeah. This is not
let's
Kevin's
talk about yours there. Yours is like second, third.
Yeah, so
more like third house lah, because the retrograde happens in the third house for you.
It's okay, yeah. It's okay.
You don't want to talk about yours, huh?
Yeah, no need, yeah. What were we talking about? Yeah, so I was saying
being at home.
I love being at home. Oh my goodness. I was just doing a live stream with a friend. Basically, I was just saying that CB is my period to shine. I just stay home and do everything.
Yeah, I know it sounds politically wrong lah, because a lot of people are complaining about this circuit breaker, right? Then in my heart, I was like, actually, I am enjoying the lack of freedom.
Hello, May.
Or the confinement. Hey, May Tan, cats. Yeah, I'm enjoying like being restricted, As in restricted in depending on what way lah. Of course, in this case, it's like, okay, the only complaint I have these few weeks is I cannot go stadium to run with my fellow companies, because for the last few weeks I've been running twice a week with them. Then recently I stopped running Then
of course you cannot. Yeah, you guys are the ones that made the stadium close down.
No, I never. The moment they say stop, I stop already.
Good.
Yeah, so we just enjoy staying at home so much, especially cause like for baby, right? And even better lor. Yeah. So but the best part about my job is I get to work from home and do Zoom with students lah. Yeah. So still very everything is like same. How to run alone? You think I have a discipline, man? I use friends to motivate me to run together leh. Unless Felix run with me, social distancing.
Oh, cannot get a social distancing, yeah.
Yes. Hey, we have a question. Will Venus retrograde affect the notes?
Do they touch your notes? Yeah. So I don't know. Are we talking about in general, or are we talking about personal birth charts? Let me just see.
It is actually conjunct with my North Node lah and
okay.
Chiron.
Do you feel anything? Yeah. And
Maybe
Chiron,
I feel like a purpose.
The
North
purpose?
Node kind of it's like my purpose in life in this
So does
period.
it mean you are re-evaluating your purposes?
Well,
Purpose.
definitely. Previously I'm not father, right? So
Ah.
uh so 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 I think I can say it this way. Previously, right, Venus is like money, right? So, or enjoyment, right? So previously when I make money, right, it's mainly for myself, my parents, my wife, this kind of things. Like it's more for enjoyment lah. Not so much of obligations or what. Then this time round, maybe because of the newborn, right? Then the purpose comes in like, oh, when I add value or when I earn money, income actually is highly related to the purpose of providing for
Mm.
family, especially. Oh, family also means because like my wife is like in confinement, so not really working so
Mm.
much. Yeah, then baby also cannot work, right, for the next 20 years. Ai,
You make an Instagram celeb, Instagram celeb baby. Oh, Felix said something. Whoa, good save. Wife is
wife
not
is not
obligation.
obligation. Wife is pleasure. Yeah.
Wow, very good.
Yeah. Hey, then another thing about wife, just now you keep asking a question about my previous Venus retrograde, right? So I went to
Mm.
check for the last 10 years, right?
Ah,
What when were the Venus retrograde? When
mm.
did it happen? So the last time it happened, it was like October, November of 2018. Yeah. And it happened in my it happened in my ninth house, which is a traveling house, the overseas house. So that period I actually went overseas. I went Japan with my parents in law, as
Mm-hmm.
in both my wife and both her parents. Yeah. So I
Mm.
guess it's kind of like enjoying or playing overseas,
Mm.
enjoying overseas trip because it's in my night house, ma.
Then retrograde leh.
Well, it's like because we don't often go overseas, right? Especially like me
Ah,
with my parents-in-laws. It's
okay,
not
okay,
common. So that retrograde
okay.
is like we pause our normal life, our daily routine, and
Mm.
we like reflect on
Mm.
what we want to do with them, and then we go overseas with them to like as a thank them, lor, spend
Mm.
quality time together. Yeah.
Oh, and the last Venus retrograde was in Scorpio,
Scorpio
so that
Libra.
was quite intense then. Scorpio, yeah. Oh,
Hmm.
May also
Oh,
like that.
very intense. My father-in-law fell down in the hotel room. Then his head got 8 stitches.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
Then sent to hospital in ambulance. Then people start to like ask because it's in Japan, right? Then people start to
Ah,
speak Japanese and then like
then Hongo ga hanasuru.
sumimasen.
Sumimasen.
I realized that okay, my Japanese is not good enough to speak to the nurses and the paramedics and the doctors.
Oh.
Oh,
Mm.
and the doctors cannot speak English, right?
The only thing you can say, tasukete, atama ga itai.
Oh,
Stupid.
you not bad. You speak quite fluent, eh? The
I
best
just said
English
help,
doctors
help.
can
My
say,
head hurts,
no.
yeah.
Oh yeah, chigademasu. I
Blood.
yeah.
But anyway,
We-
Oma has a question.
The change in purpose is because of our change in obligations or due to retrograde. I think it's concurrent, no?
I guess
It's like
Om, I don't know whether for you it's affecting as well, but I guess for you, you are actually showing so much care in a different way. So I'm not sure whether the retrograde, the nodes, especially for you, it's because it's like the nodes are how we, depend on which node, we didn't really talk about for Om, is like which node it is.
we
So,
know ourselves, right?
mm,
Mm.
okay.
But I think it's like the retrograde or the transits is like what happened in the sky, like on its own. But then how it probably can affect us is like our life changes. Maybe some of us grow up, we graduate from certain schools, maybe we quit a certain job or we get into a relationship with someone. And it's like all these kind of life transits or changes in our life stages make us different. So in that
Mm,
case, like, oh, we have different obligations, etc. Yeah.
mm,
So it's just like it is always in line with some transits in the sky, except
mm,
that's whether or not you can foresee
mm.
it. Hmm.
Okay. Yeah. So I guess for single people, like the internet rumors about Venus retrograde is that your exes will call you and stuff like that. But personally, for me, I find that during Venus retrograde periods, I am more calm when it comes to relationship issues. Because maybe there is a lot more seriously reflection and a lot more just like holding it in. It's not even holding it in, but just like having more standards for myself as well lah.
Having more boyfriends also?
No lah, it's a retrograde. You cannot have more boyfriend.
Oh, so normally you have more boyfriends, then retrograde you have less.
No, I'm sorry. Yeah, 没有. So sad.
I don't know how.
Yeah. Okay. Next time we help you see.
Yeah. No, I want to tell you, I just realized because, right, I did the last 10 years of Venus retrograde, right? Then I realized the 10 years ago, it was October, November 2010. And it's, of course, it doesn't mean anything to you, lah, okay? But it's kind of significant to me because that is the time where I just got to know my wife.
Oh.
I met her, I knew her during this Venus retrograde, this period.
When you meet your partner during Venus retrograde, it also means that you were re-evaluating what you like as well. So I guess there is a lot more thought going into it versus like if it's a Venus in Aries.
Instead of a reckless decision that just goes on too fast. Normally things go, for most of us, things goes on fast lah. Yeah, but then maybe during that Venus retrograde period, right, things just like slow down and make you reevaluate. So when you start to rethink and like whether or not this is your like 择偶条件, right, whether this is a kind of romantic partner you like, then this period of time where you put in more consideration, slower, and things tend to last longer because it's not so reckless lah. You know the date when you met
Of course, women know these things, okay, Kevin? Yeah.
Every year,
because her husband posted on FB. Oh, so sweet! Wow. Next time I meet guys, I should just keep posting, and then one of them might be
meet guys.
Post it.
Hey, so when you plan to get a boyfriend?
I don't know, you have to look at my chart and tell me, yeah.
Okay, I think you'll be doing this Venus retrograde period.
Really, meh? It's second house, third house.
It's okay, what? It's conjunct with your Venus and Chiron.
No, it's not conjunct my Venus, yeah.
Yeah, but it's like you just went past.
Nearby lah. So if anyone has any more questions, let us know, or if there's anything you'd like us to cover in the future, let us know as well.
Yeah, and if you know any single guys who are like rich, handsome, humorous, can talk well, and responsible, please introduce them to Yunqing.
Why did you put rich? Why you put rich?
Rich because your Venus is in second house.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Humorous, interesting, smart because it's Gemini. And then what else? What else did I say? Reliable because your sun is a Taurus, so you need a husband who is dependable and reliable. Yeah, I'm exposing all your chart things already.
Good. Yeah. Come everyone, look at my chart. Find me a husband.
So the next few minutes, right? Let's read Yunqing's chart. Okay, so she wow. She loves money.
What? No, I love spending money. I enjoy spending money.
Venus is like love, right? Second house is like money. So she loves money. So what do you love about money? It could be love spending, could be love earning. But you see the Gemini thing, right? So it's like she loves talking about money, or maybe she just loves to enjoy making money through talking. So that's why she hosts things like talk show lah. She wow, what a thing the PPT KTV.
Hey, so funny. Sorry,
I got none of the requirement.
Sorry, Michael.
Hey, you don't give me.
I don't know. You are the one. You are the one.
But at least at least he's single, okay?
Okay. Wow. No lah. Hey, everyone.
Actually, rich. Rich is a very vague word. What's the definition of rich? It's like 3K a month considered rich, or must be 30K. So what is rich? Is it in terms of income or wealth, or is it also the thing is it's not clear. Most people, right, when they first touch astrology, they look at sun sign. Right? They look at sun sign and say, oh, your sun is Taurus, so you must you must be very stable and practical and reliable and materialistic, mercenary. But then actually they fail to look at the other planets. Like in this case, your Mercury is in Aries, and then your Venus is in Gemini, and they are all like very strong things. So it's like, I think one of the things I always like to tell all my friends is like, astrology is not just about your sun sign. If you don't talk about aspects, you don't know about house placement, just talk about signs. There are like so many different planets with different signs already. I mean, hardly you have a person with all the planets in the same sign one. Yeah. So that's why people think like, hey, how come you are Gemini, but you are like sometimes so some people who know me like better, they will think that how come you are not very Gemini? Like I also have exhibit traits of other things. Yeah, that's because we have other signs also in our different planets.
That's true.
So if you want to know like what other signs do you have or what other planets the characteristic like, then you can like what's that? Oh, you
Follow
can follow
Kevin,
me.
yeah.
Follow you also
Hey, everyone
yeah,
already on my page already, ma. Hello,
yeah,
everyone.
so we can at least like read out the key characteristics about individuals. Yeah, so what we do is normally we look at people's individual chart and we tell them about their key characteristics. Yeah, and transit is just one of the thing that you can prepare yourself for the upcoming future better. But of course, one of the main thing is you must know how to deal with yourself first, lah. Like understand yourself is always the first thing I would suggest to all my friends and clients also. So just now we have spent some time to understand what kind of romantic partner will suit Yunqing. Yeah. Okay. So I ask you, if this guy is like rich lah, humorous lah, smart lah, intellectual, everything, right? But then not single, how?
Of course not lah. Hey, I got moon in Sagittarius, very
Just asking for myself lah. Okay, just in case.
Which one did you take or which one did you not take?
I'm not single.
Only not single.
Just now you point out the Taurus ma. See her sun sign, Mars sign.
Yes, so great. Estrella has a good point. So we were talking about for men, when it comes to Venus sign, is like the girlfriend you're looking for, but like the eventual wife you're looking for, probably someone with the moon sign characteristics. Yeah, so for women it's different. So a woman would be Mars is what she finds attractive in a boyfriend.
In a man.
While the sun is more like someone she would find like stability with.
In my case, right, my Venus is in Cancer. I mean, like especially attracted to girls who are home based and like homely. Like homely means things like can do house chores, okay,
Wow.
like can take care of baby, can cook, like can do the home things, can take care of a house well. Then this thing is like suddenly very attractive. Yeah. So when I first met my wife, right, at that time we were like not very. I mean, we just met, so we are like just acquaintance lah. So after a few times, right, I heard her saying things like, "Oh, I'm taking care of baby." I was like, "Wow, this girl so young got baby already." So then after I realized, right, no, her mother is a babysitter. So she's actually right. Her mother is always taking care of babies, and she's often helping her. So which means that ever since she was 7 or 8 years old, she has been helping her mother. She's like a babysitter assistant, so she know how to feed baby lah, take care of baby lah, play with them. So I started like, wow, that time we were not together yet, right? Then suddenly ding 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 ding. I was like, oh, this girl can take care of babies and she can like very maternal. Cancer is maternal sign. So I started to like feel that wow, this girl will be a very 贤妻良母. I mean, I didn't think of it consciously lah, but it's just like naturally, yeah.
All right, so thank you everyone for being here. Thank you so much for commenting.
Let's keep it to 1 hour.
Yeah, so thank you so much. So if you have anything, okay. So we were talking about it. So no, for me, no, nothing from my end. Yeah.
My own prediction is I think we will extend the circuit breaker.
How long?
Supposedly it's like early May, right? But I think it will at least until end of May. It's like circuit breaker. I don't think it will be ending so soon. Yeah, and not my predictions lah, but according to many professional astrologers, it seems like COVID is going to last till end of the year.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I don't think it's going to clear up so soon. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, this upcoming Venus retrograde, which is like next month, right, is supposedly going to make things a bit nicer, a bit more enjoyable, or a bit more pleasurable. Yeah, but it's temporary. Then after that, you will still be quite jialat until end of the year.
All right. Thank you guys so much. So I'm gonna just end the broadcast. Thank you so much for being here.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.